You, sitting here right now, breathing, thinking, scrolling. You are not just a person. You are the result of a story that began millions of years ago, before your name, before your identity, before everything you know. There was survival, there was fear, and there was evolution. This is the story of how humans became human. Around 6 to 7 million years ago, in the vast, unforgiving landscapes of Africa, our story began. Not with kings, not with cities, but with something far more fragile, our earliest ancestors. They weren't strong, they didn't have sharp claws, they couldn't run the fastest. In fact, they were prey. Every day was a fight to survive, surrounded by predators, unpredictable weather, and constant danger. But something was different about them. They began to stand, 2 legs instead of 4, a small change, but one that changed everything. Standing upright allowed them to see further, to travel farther, and slowly to adapt. Evolution didn't make them powerful overnight, it made them patient. For thousands of years, humans lived in fear of the dark. Night meant danger, cold, unknown threats hiding in the shadows. But then something extraordinary happened. Fire. At first, it was something to fear, wild, uncontrollable, destructive. But slowly, humans learned to control it, and that changed everything. Fire gave warmth, it gave protection from predators, it allowed humans to cook food, making it easier to eat, easier to digest. And because of that, our bodies changed, our brains began to grow. But more importantly, fire gave us something we had never truly had before. Time. Time to sit together. Time to observe. Time to think. And thinking is where everything truly began. As generations passed, something incredible started to happen. Humans didn't just react anymore. They began to understand. They created tools, simple at first, stone shaped into sharp edges. But those tools meant something bigger: planning. Humans were no longer just surviving moment to moment. They were thinking ahead. And then they began to communicate, not just sounds, but meaning, gestures, expressions, early language. For the first time, humans could share ideas, and ideas are more powerful than strength. They painted on cave walls, not just to decorate, but to tell stories, stories of hunts, of fear, of life. And in those moments, humans became something more than animals. They became creators. For most of human history, we lived as hunters and gatherers, moving constantly, following food, surviving together. Because alone, we were weak, but together, we were powerful. Cooperation became our greatest strength. We hunted in groups, protected each other, shared knowledge. But then came one of the biggest turning points in human history: agriculture. Instead of chasing food, humans learned to grow it, and for the first time, we stayed in one place. Villages formed, then towns, then cities. Civilization had begun. As civilizations grew, so did human ambition. We built structures, created systems, developed writing. We no longer relied only on memory, we recorded knowledge. And knowledge changed everything. Empires rose, technology advanced, society became more complex. From the pyramids of Egypt to the empires of Rome, to the inventions that shaped the modern world, humans didn't just adapt anymore. We transformed the planet. And eventually, we created the world you live in today. A world of cities, screens, endless information, and endless distraction. Today, we are more advanced than ever before. We can communicate across the world instantly. We can access infinite knowledge in seconds. We are safer, more comfortable, more connected. But at the same time, something feels different. The same brain that once helped us survive the wild now struggles in a world of constant stimulation. We evolved to face real danger, but now we face invisible battles, stress, anxiety, loneliness. We are surrounded by people, yet feel alone. We have everything, yet sometimes it feels like nothing. Because evolution didn't prepare us for this world, we created it. So here we are, after millions of years of evolution, from fragile creatures in the wild to the most powerful species on Earth. But the story isn't over, because evolution never stops. The question is not where we came from, but where are we going next? If you want to explore the deeper truths of human nature, the psychology, the darkness, the reality behind who we are, subscribe to Shadow Persona, because the next video, What Happens in World War II, might change the way you see yourself forever.